Our next speaker is going to literally shift the way you navigate in this world. Shift your mind, shift the way that you think about how everything works. Chrissy Lukens is SNC's Director of Academic Technology and a self-proclaimed geo-geek. She loves helping others discover the power of Geographic Information Systems, or GIS. In her free time, you can find her tooling around campus and the community in her Jeep doing a little geocaching. You'll know it's her by her license plates, Map Girl. Give it up for our map-loving Krissy Lukens.
Six o'clock alarm, snooze. Okay, don't snooze. Get out of bed, shower, brush teeth, get ready for the day. Coffee. Drive to work, 8 a.m. Did you ever stop and think about the role that maps have in starting your day? That 6 a.m. alarm. Time was developed using invisible vertical lines mapped across our planet. That network of pipes delivering hot water for your shower, there's a map for that. Your coffee, where did it come from? Was it farmed organically, sustainably? How did it get here? And your drive to work. Maybe you used your phone to avoid traffic congestion or accidents along the way. Maps are an ordinary part of our everyday lives, which is extraordinary. I love maps. I think you love maps too. You just don't know it yet. I wrote a letter to my grandma when I was in college telling her I want to be a cartographer. I think I just loved saying that word, cartographer. What do you think of when you hear the word map? Maybe you think of the familiar paper map that you might have used as a child. There's something beautiful about a paper map. That perfect combination of math, art, geography, even the mystery of treasure where X marks the spot. But maps can tell us so much more. 80% of the world's data has a geographic component. 80%. We can literally map just about everything. Location matters. Let me tell you why. In 1854, there was a cholera outbreak in Soho, London. At the time, most people thought this was an airborne disease. Local physician, Dr. John Snow, not this John Snow, this John Snow, he thought otherwise. He used a process of geographic inquiry to help answer the question he was asking. Could drinking water be the source of the outbreak? He started with a map of the streets of the Soho district, a base map. He then acquired data, cholera-related deaths mapped according to individual addresses, each tick representing a single death. He then added the water pump locations. He examined and analyzed the patterns that he saw, concluding that the Broad Street pump was the primary source of infection. This allowed him to act by disabling the water pump, but more importantly, he shared his findings, which has forever changed what we know about germs and disease. Today, the geographic inquiry process uses a GIS, or Geographic Information System, which allows us to layer data like topography, streets, cities, population, and other data to help answer questions. John Snow was considered a pioneer in disease mapping, and today, over 150 years later, we're using some of those same principles to help fight the COVID pandemic. GIS technology has allowed us to make predictions, focus our attention, accentuate our efforts, and drive resources to where they are needed most. The Johns Hopkins COVID-19 dashboard, the most viral map-based application in the history of the world, brings us real-time data so we can make informed decisions for our own actions. Location matters. And a GIS allows us to build maps so we can answer questions on a local to global scale. Let's give that a try. Questions like, where is the best location for Lambeau Field? What should redistricting Wisconsin look like? Where is the best spot on the court for that three-point shot? And what is the best distribution of cheese curds to ensure their squeaky freshness? Or more global questions like, what's the relationship between land use and water quality? Where should we provide relief and protection from wildfires? What predictions can we make for coastal cities with the rise of the sea level? Remember how I said 80% of the world's data has a geographic component? Well, what I didn't share is that much of that data is open, free for us to access and use to help answer some of these big questions. That data is available in a living atlas. That's so cool to say. I need to say it again. Living atlas. An atlas that is constantly updating, providing us information on things like cities, forests, watersheds, wildfires, population, poverty, politics, and so much more. You need to check this out. It's free. I'd like to finish with sharing a story of one of my GIS sheroes, Juliana Rotic. Juliana is a tech entrepreneur, a TED Fellow, and is the co-founder of Ushahidi, a GIS platform that leverages crowdsourcing, a technology where everyday citizens use their phone to report incidents. Ushahidi was developed in 2007 to help with post-election violence in Kenya. But today, it's used for crisis response, election monitoring, human rights reporting, citizen journalism, and global health initiatives. Ushahidi in Swahili means testimony or witness. Its goal is to provide a platform to empower people to raise their voices and help organizations listen and respond better. Sounds like helping people own their impact. Oh, and by the way, it's free. So with all of these free tools and open data, our possibilities are endless to uncover patterns and relationships to help answer big questions and make our world better. So what are your spatial questions. What problems do you want to solve? Start by exploring the living atlas. After all, if a picture is worth 1,000 words, a map is worth 1,000,000. Thank you.